Hi friends, my name is Johan and today I'll be teaching you about the components of food. Part 1. So, what is a meal? So, a meal could consist of chapati, dal, brinjal curry, or it may be rice, sambar, and a vegetable preparation of lady's finger which is called bhindi. Or it could be appam, fish curry, which is the most favorite food in South India. So there's a variety of meals that are consumed by variety of people. Now, it can also consist like of a dish of meat or vegetables or dal. Now, these are some of the different meals as I discussed earlier: chapati, salads, eggs. Yeah. Now, let's discuss what do different food items contain. Okay. Now we know that each dish, as I had discussed earlier, contains a plant or an animal source. So each of them could contain a plant or an animal source. Now, these plant or animal sources contains nutrients that are essential for our body. When we eat these nutrients, our body consumes and are later used for different purposes. Now, let us see the various type of nutrients. There are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, and water. Carbohydrates are of different types like starch and sugar. There are many food sources like milk, curd, appam, like there's milk, there's eggs, there's fish, and there's nuts, groundnuts, which are fats. These are all food contains nutrients that are essential for our body. So the role of these nutrients are proper development, proper regulation, and also cleansing action. So this water, we all know that our body contains 70% of water. So water helps in the removal of toxic substances of our body. Basically, what water does is it keeps our body clean. So the more water we drink, the more clean our body will be. And same as water, all these other nutrients have their own functions in our body. Like our parents usually say, eat this, you need to grow more strength, you need to have more nutrients. So when we have all these nutrients, our body will function properly and will be healthy. Now, this table shows about the different types of food. As I discussed earlier, there are a variety of food. So like in Punjab, they have makhi corn, which is roti. They have rajma, which is kidney beans, or they have curd or ghee. So like, these are the different types of food. Now, let us move on to the test. So, as I had told earlier, every food contains nutrients. Now, and I also told there are various type of nutrients. So through these tests, like test for starch, which is a carbohydrate, test for proteins, and test for fats. Now through these tests, we can see if each of the food we have contains which nutrients. So what you will need for this test are solutions of iodine, copper sulfate, caustic soda, and a few test tubes and a dropper. So if you have everything ready, so we can begin with the testing. Okay, the first. So the test for starch. So how you'll need to, so before I start explaining, I have to tell that you have to observe in a table, which I'll show later, and you have to check whether each food items contain which nutrients. So, and also we have to be very observant here. So yeah, let us begin with the first test. That is the test for starch. So the test for starch is basically take any food item which you need, any food item of your choice, and add 2 to 3 drops of dilute iodine solution. After added, observe carefully whether the food item has turned into a blue or black color. Now, why do we need to observe this? It indicates this blue or black color indicates that there is presence of starch in the given in the food that we have used. So if it has turned into a blue or a black color, then you can confirm the presence of starch. Now, the test for proteins. So this test should be done carefully. Now, the food item you need to use for this test should be it should be in a powdered form. It cannot be like a straight, like into that, like that shape, like square or anything. It should be in powder. So we have to crush it or grind it before starting the test. Now, after you had powdered the food, take it in a add that food item into a test tube and add 10 drops of water. After adding 10 drops of water, shake it thoroughly, and after that, add 2 to 3 drops. Remember, only 2 to 3 drops of copper sulfate. Then add 10 drops of caustic soda. After I've added all these, shake it thoroughly and let it sit for some time. After like probably 5 or 6 minutes, check whether the solution, the prepared solution, is turned into a violet color. Now, why do we need to check that? If the following solution has turned into a violet color, then we can confirm the presence of proteins. So through this test, if it has turned violet, we can confirm the presence of proteins. Now, the last and the final test, that is a test of fats. This test is pretty simple. All you need is a piece of paper and any food, like suppose groundnuts or almonds or any food. Now, what you need to do is wrap this food into a piece of paper and crush it. Remember, crush after you wrap it, crush it nicely, and after that, uh, take out the piece of paper. Now, some food items may contain water, so you need to, if it contains, you have to let the paper dry for some time, and after some time, take the piece of paper and observe it carefully. Now, if you think it's there but you can't see properly, hold it near a light source. Then you might be able to see the oily patch properly. If the paper has oily patch, then we can confirm the presence of fats. So these three are the tests for fats. These three are the tests for the nutrients. Now, not only these three tests, but there are many other nutrients, like as I told earlier, vitamins, minerals, and water. So these all are required for our body and for a proper functioning. Now, the table. So the experiment I had told earlier has been recorded in table like this. For suppose raw potato, it has been tested and there is presence of starch, and milk, it has proteins, and groundnuts, it has fat. So through this table, you can observe and you can note down your observations. So that will be end of today's lesson, today's video. I hope you all enjoyed and I hope you all understood what has been taught. Thank you so much.